an angel come to earth and said, "There are many millions of dollars to be had for the digging, but there are penalties attached," would men have accepted the gift? "Go, take the treasure," he would have said, "but listen to the terms. You will go where desolation has from time immemorial held its seat. Your eyes will look out in the morning upon the desert, and only the desert. Your children will grow up where they will never hear a bird sing, never see a green field, nor know the blessing which comes at noon with the shade of a great tree. Once a week, you will bring from the depths the broken body of what an hour before was a strong man. Your natures will grow metallic in thought. Your dreams will be money only. You will see so few blessed and so many suffer that your heart will grow callous. And thousands of you will doubt all good in man, all mercy in God. Bodie Standard News, May 1878.
Bodie, 8,400 feet above sea level. In summer, 70 degrees. In winter, 20 below zero. It wasn't scenery that brought men to this place, a place to become known more for violence than treasure. Little remains as witness to that age. Once called City of the Sky, it was, during its heyday, the greatest mining excitement in the West. A microcosm of the hopes and fears of America itself. The last of the old-time mining camps. To white men in 1849, the 12,000-foot peaks of the eastern Sierra Nevada constituted mere obstacles on his trail to the gold fields of Northern California. But in 1859, California 49ers began hearing reports of gold placer diggings along the eastern slopes. Nothing less than gold fever could make a man leave his family in New York and travel halfway around the world, all to end up in a place like this. But that's what 49er William Bodie did. In 1859, after 11 years of rainbow chasing, otherwise known as prospecting, Bodie and 4 other men halted their burros in a shallow valley to dig yet another prospect hole. Bodie couldn't believe his eyes. He was heard to remark that if this was finally pay dirt, they had come a hell of a ways to find it. William Bodie would never get rich. Less than 3 months later, he lay dead, the victim of a treacherous Sierra Nevada blizzard. Bill Bodie's discovery just couldn't be kept a secret. Word spread, and soon a Bodie mining district was formed, along with 20 claims. The claims were slowly worked in the 1860s because there just wasn't enough gold to compare with richer strikes at places like Virginia City and Aurora. Mining men considered Bodie a dud. In 1874, just as miners were about to abandon the Bunker Hill mine, there was an accidental cave-in. It revealed a fabulously rich vein of gold ore. The first load of rock pulled onto the scales June the 10th, 1878, with over 10,000 pounds of rock that showed gold in every piece. So much, in fact, that the syndicate mill had to be shut down periodically to clean its stamps, which had become fouled by too much pure gold. A mill run of 1,000 tons of ore averaged $600 a ton and shocked the mining world. Bodie was on the map now, and San Franciscans couldn't wait to sink cash into Bodie's mine shafts.
I made the grand rounds of Bodie Bluff and saw enough to satisfy me that William Lent and other stockholders will be our next bonanza kings. The Standard is extracting ore above the 450-foot level and has a shaft down 800 feet in good ore. There is millions in it. The ledge holds out all the way down and is growing wider. The mill is now working what they call over here poor ore. That is $40 rock. It would make a Grass Valley man's eyes pop out of his head to hear $40 rock referred to as poor ore. They're now cross-cutting to find the continuation of the Standard ledge. It is the big gamble of the camp. Standard News, November 1877.
Bodie Bluff began to take on a pockmarked complexion as new mines sprang up along the ridge. From Bodie Bluff through Silver Hill to Queen Bee, they tunneled out the mountains and called the holes they made Champion, Red Cloud, Noonday, and Jupiter.
The splendid new 30-stamp mill of the Noonday Company was started up for the first time Christmas afternoon in the presence of a large number of people and amid the snapping of champagne corks. A lady visitor sounded the whistle for the start, and the ponderous machinery moved off like the works of the most delicate watch.
The mines needed miners, so companies were willing to pay high wages. $4 a day for 12 hours of work, 6 days a week. Wages were high, but hopes were even higher.
The Standard is leaving many of its richest ore breasts and stopes untouched. Captain Thompson described one immense vein in which from wall to wall the gold glittered everywhere, as though it had been fired into the mass from a blunderbuss. He visited the Noondays today and will leave this afternoon for San Francisco, fully convinced that Bodie is the biggest mining district ever discovered.
By 1878, people were pouring in. From other mining camps they came: Virginia City, Gold Hill, Aurora, and from cities like Sacramento and San Francisco. Many were the product of a rough-and-tumble West: ex-ranchers, Indian fighters, and assorted border ruffians. Many had labored on the Transcontinental Railroad or had fought as soldiers of the blue and gray. There were the veteran 49ers. Some came to stake their own claims, others to work for wages, and some to work as little as possible. And there were immigrants: Irishmen, Swedes, Italians, Frenchmen, Chinese, and Mexicans, all to whom this journey to a new land of freedom and hope was like a golden promise of a better life. Here was their chance to be in on the opening of another treasure house of the West.